righty. Let's see here. All right, good morning, good morning. Let's see what we got. Good morning, good morning. Just stopping by to say hi before I start my day. I got you, Chris. I appreciate you stopping by this morning. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about stuff today. We'll be talking about eBay sales, listings, and how to grow your eBay business. I want to start doing like certain lives like this to where we talk about like, 3 or 4 topics into one live. It could be like an hour long stream, or it could just be like a 30-minute stream, whatever. I kind of want to do like an hour today. Because we had a really good weekend of sales, so I don't necessarily have to do any crazy listings, even though I failed my goal. I had a whole bunch of these die-cast cars right here. I don't know if you guys can see them in the little case. We ended up having 10 cases filled with cars, and I am down to my last case, and I have this one and then 2 other ones that are filled that I got to complete. I almost completed it, but I think we did. I want to say we did like 100 listings over the weekend, something like that. And I know we listed a ton. But eBay sales over the weekend was pretty amazing. We did a little over 1,600, which is crazy, and a lot of it being the diecast cars, which is pretty cool to witness, because it kind of shows you that research is kind of it's key in everything that you do. Let me see here. So yeah, so how much do we list? So over the course of last week through now, we have listed about 140 listings, but 100 listings over just from over the weekend. But yeah, that's what we're just gonna be doing. We're gonna be talking about eBay sales. We're gonna be listing a little bit, and we're gonna talk about how to grow your eBay business. We're gonna wait till a few people get in here, and we'll talk about it. I kind of show you guys like my experience and the eBay stuff. What you should, what you shouldn't do, and keep in mind it's just all opinionated. Some people don't even need advice, so I can use all the advice I can get. I can just kind of go off of what has been working for me. I do know a handful of things that I've told a few of my locals around here. Whenever we talk like bin stores and stuff, kind of tell them a little bit of stuff that I do, and apparently it's been helping them, which is music to my ears. But yes, we're just gonna talk about how to grow the eBay business, because I feel like a lot of people want to grow. Obviously, you kind of have goals, right? It's kind of common sense that people want to have goals and to grow their eBay business, as big as possible if they do it full time. But if they're doing it part time, it might be a little different. But yeah, I'm definitely going to start doing videos like this. Like Chris and Stacy, do y'all think I should come out with like separate videos of like recordings and then just uploading it and just talking about a topic, or do you think live streams are better? Like what do y'all think? I meant to grab a water. I'm actually doing an online bidding right now of this auction house. I had no idea about it. They're literally like, I don't know, 20-ish minutes down the road. And I'm trying to see if I can win a few things, you know. Spending a lot of money right now, but it's fine because it's all gonna be really good reselling stuff. And I'm also going to talk about this website too, because there's some very, very good money. I'm probably going to do a video on the stuff that I'm bidding on now. I'm gonna wait until obviously that video to come out, and that way we can record it. But I think we got some pretty good stuff. It looks like it ends in about 9 hours. So 9 hours would be 7 o'clock tonight, which is fine. That means we're gonna hopefully find some good stuff. I'm trying to figure out what this realistically is gonna go for, because there's just I'm gonna bid on it just because. Let's go and do a quick bid. Yeah, Chris, I'm bidding on a World War II United States Navy flare gun. I just want it just for collectability purposes. I saw how much they're going for online. They're going for like 250, 300 or something like that. And I'm winning it right now for $76. So, but there's a couple good stuff in here that I'm bidding on right now. And I think it's gonna be worth it. All right. So yeah, let's talk about eBay sales. So over the weekend, where's my little notepad? It's right here. So over the weekend, we did over 1,600 in sales. A couple other sales came in too. So if I had to put a number on it, we're probably like around $1,650 for the weekend. It might be a little bit more than that, but that's just what we're going to go through. So I'm going to break down the numbers a little bit to kind of explain what am I doing, et cetera, et cetera. So on my first eBay account, we had like 30 items going out for 31 items going out for $1,191.70. On my second eBay account, we had 4 items going out for $249.96. Mercari, 1 item for $25, and then Amazon had 3 items of the same thing going to the same buyer for $143.94, which puts our total at $1,610. But then we also had a $50 item come in and a $8 item. So we're over $1,650. But and I've been looking at this app. It's called List Perfectly. So I decided to try it out for a month. I bought it, and I cross-listed 4 items. 3 out of the 4 items sold. And I'm not doing it on every single listing, if that makes sense. I think what I'm going to try to do is on all 3 out of the 2 out of the 4 were electronics. 1 was a video camera, 1 was a dash cam. The dash cam sold over on Facebook. And then the second one I had actually sold over on eBay shortly after that, which is weird. The second item was a video camera. I had that cross-listed between Mercari, Facebook, and eBay, but it sold over on Mercari. And I had 2 diecast cars listed, or cross-listed, and one of them already sold. The other one's kind of a lower-end one. So I was just trying that out. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is cross-listing the diecast cars, and maybe maybe just little things. I don't want to cross-platform like clothes unless it's just for eBay and Poshmark. I think that's how I'm going to stick with clothes. And then for electronics, diecast cars, collectible stuff that really I might cross list. But literally, whenever I cross listed those three items that sold, that was 120 plus 50, that's 170 plus 25. So that was $195 in sales in 3 days that I got just from cross listing. And if you really count the other $120 for the other dash cam that sold on eBay shortly after that, I don't know if that triggered something in the algorithm. I don't know. But when you think of that, that's another $120 right there. But yes, list perfectly so far. Like I said, I've only done 4 cross listings and 3 out of the 4 sold in 3 days. Oh, flipping to feed our family. What's going on? How have you pivoted based on your recent suspensions? I feel like we're all sitting atop volcanoes when brands can claim counterfeit. Yeah, and unauthorized citizen. Yeah. So my thing is, I actually figured I found out a way. I don't know if anybody. It's kind of like my secret, right? I don't think anybody knows about this. Maybe they do. But there's one way that I figured out how you can tell if things are Vero. Now, obviously, this isn't going to work for everything. I probably say this is maybe 75% effective, and I can explain why. So if you hop on your phone and you go to the eBay app, and let's just say you're looking up, let's just say this Starbucks mug right here, right? And let's say there's a couple ways you can tell if something potentially could be Veroed. One would be like there's 5 listed and then there's 1,000 sold. That could be a red flag. But if you want to dig even deeper with that, if you go to the sold listings on your phone and you click on one, and if it says this item is unavailable, that means that it potentially could be a Vero. If you keep scrolling down and that happens numerous times, it could be a Vero. I figured that out about a DVD set that I have that I was going to list on eBay, but I was like, wow, there's only like 5 listed, but then there's like 200 sold. And sure enough, I went down, clicked on it. I'm like, oh, and then boom, the little thing where it says this item is unavailable, 180 days or something. And that's one way to really tell if something could potentially be Veroed. The other Vero would be, just stuff you just honestly don't even know about, but as far as pivoting from my recent suspensions, that's literally it. I'm very cautious on what I list. If it's like, vintage, you really don't have to have an issue with listing it. But if you're trying to list brand new stuff, that's kind of what I do now. If I look it up and there's like 5 listed, 100 sold, that's one red flag. And then I'll kind of go to, the sold comps and I'll click on one. And then if that little thing pops up, then I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to even try to risk it. We're just going to put it over on Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, that type of stuff. But that's kind of how I do my rundowns now. But you are right though. Brands just can claim counterfeit, unauthorized items for whatever reasoning. I've had a couple authentic items. They just don't want the item sold because they don't want their product that they made for other people to make money whenever they could be making the money. But at the same time, I also don't understand that too, because if an item is already sold, they already made their money. So that doesn't make any sense too. But at the same time, I get where big companies are coming from. It could be a trademark thing. It could be a integrity thing or whatever. But at the same time, man, capitalism is what makes the world go around. So they should be happy that people are buying their products. And even if they want to resell it, they should be able to. But yeah, I think that's kind of how I do things now. I don't know how to say your name, Cetria, a girl. I can't say that. I'm sorry. Buying shoes. Yes. Shoes is a great way to make money. I don't deal in a whole lot of shoes. Whenever I do go to the bin stores and, I'll obviously pick up certain brands, and all that, but shoes are really slow for me, for the most part. I remember listing, maybe like 20, 25 pairs of shoes. They're all really good, Sperry's, Michael Kors, a couple other, good items, Hoka's, and a handful of them sold. And then, the rest of them just kind of sitting there for right now. There are watchers on them though. But shoes are a little slow for me. But I want to go over the sales though that we had over the weekend. Like I said, we brought in over 1,650 for the weekend, and I kind of want to see paid and show. I want to go over what exactly sold, and that way maybe you guys can find this stuff out there in the wild. Sorry, I had to get some coffee. Okay, I'm just gonna look up, find anything that's like, that kind of stands out. Obviously, diecast cars, depending on what they are. We did sell. Let's see here. See if I can bring you guys up here. I gotta press Shift 6. No, how do you do this? Yeah, that's not working. Let's try this. Shift 5. Shift 7. That didn't work either. I'm trying to show you guys the okay. I don't know how to do it. I was going to show you guys the sales, but I can't figure it out. But yes, we sold a Garfield patch collection. It's very cool stuff. I mean, literally just patches, 35 of them sealed. Very hard to find. It sold for 150 plus shipping. That was kind of a big hitter. The rest of the stuff, man, is just very simple stuff. It's $15 here, 15, 30, 25, and just all the die-cast cars. Just trying to, like I say, I'm trying to see if there's anything that stands out. Like Coleman Lantern sold for 35. Very cool stuff. A Carhartt leggings sold for 35. The Le Creuset oval skillet actually sold for 140. That was another big one. But yeah, it's really it's really just all small stuff, you guys. Yeah, I mean, just kind of common sense things, diecast cars, hats, from time to time. Hats are a little slow for me. But I do see people pick them up all the time. Hats, shoes, what's another one? Vintage clothing. That type of stuff actually moves a little slow for me. I personally like hard goods. I love vintage stuff, like vintage, like maybe, well, these aren't really vintage, but this video is coming out soon. But we found all these Disney pins at a yard sale. I love selling stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, I like selling toys and all types of stuff. Russo, how you doing, Russo? Hello, Debbie. Hi, Brandon. You must watch Pro Picker. Dustin says, "In the wild, you're funny," and so is Dustin. I do watch the Pro Picker a lot, actually. He's a pretty cool dude. He sources a lot, so I'm always looking to learn new things. But yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. I would actually like to do a collaboration with him, maybe in the future. But yeah, it's pretty cool. In the wild is just kind of, I think it's kind of like a general term too, like, not in your general comfort zone, I guess is what you should say. But yeah, but no, like in the wild is definitely a great terminology. But I'm in the middle of getting my garage together, as y'all know. I actually got my 4th rack built up. You guys will see that in the future video. And then the loft is looking very good. I got about 6 or 7 racks left, plus the white racks in the middle. So we're slowly getting all that down in the garage. I'm just trying to make room for all that. But this new inventory system downstairs is going to be killer. That means we should be able to source more, should be able to work a little bit harder, and all that good stuff. But yes. But eBay, but again, eBay sales though. I see a lot of people are complaining about eBay sales being slow. And that's one thing that I want to teach you guys, how to grow your eBay business. If you guys if you guys do eBay, I can kind of explain how I do things, and then you guys can replicate that or kind of go off of what you guys want to do. So every single listing that I do, again, so over the weekend, we made $1,650, more than that. And every single one of my listings on eBay, we have on there as promoted listings. And if you look at everything that sold over the weekend, so we had 37 packages going out. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so out of those 37 packages, 21 sold through promoted listings. And obviously I could probably figure out that number of how much that actually made us and stuff, but it's easily probably around $300-$400. But that's why promoted listings are so important. Even if you take a little bit of a pay cut, at the end of the day, I heard Cincinnati Picker talk about it, and what he says is people who do reselling need to learn to, I can't remember the exact terminology, but essentially people need to learn to not be attached to their inventory. And I think that is a very, very, very good solid point. I get it. If something's worth a certain thing and you're willing to sit on it, that's fine. But at the end of the day, as a reseller, your job is to move product. Now, obviously, I'm not saying, take this diecast card and if it being worth $100 and somebody offers you 20, that's just dumb business. I'm just saying if somebody offers you like $80, just take it. It's $20. And let's say you have a little money into it. Now, I get it too. If you also have $50 into a $100 item, I get that as well. But at the same time, it moves product. It puts money in your pocket to reinvest into more product to make more money. And that is the beautiful thing about reselling. Like, you figure all these diecast cars. So Gold Coast Pickers, what's going on, yo? So check it out, Gold Coast Pickers. So I failed my goal. So remember all those 10 cases of diecast cars that I had. I got down to my last case, and I have 3 of these left. So I was almost there. We listed like 100 plus listings, but I was very, very close, very, very close. But yes, people need to learn to not be attached to their product, the stuff that they're selling. That your job is to move the stuff, and it's one of those things where it's also hard to say that too, because you might come across some vintage toys that you might be a little attached to. Then don't sell it, if that makes sense. And I even had a hard time with that too. I have a Resident Evil action figure in here that I was trying to sell, but then finally, after sitting on it for a little while, and I already made all my money back from that storage unit, I was like, you know what? Not only do you have to invest in product to resell, you also got to invest in product that you can sit on for a long, long time. And then maybe 10, 20 years down the road, you can set it for retirement. You never know. You might have $1 million toy one day. Think about that. The Shadowless Charizard, right? Going for, what is it, $250,000 or whatever it was at the peak of Pokemon. But yes, there's definitely things that you need to do to let go of inventory, though. Light Tech says some of the money all the time is usually better than all the money only some of the time. Exactly. 100%. That is a great way to say it, because oh my God, I heard something move. It scared me. But yes, but like, again, your job is to move stuff. And that's one thing I'd rather take $100 pay cut if I ended up getting like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? What is $100 if you're making $1,000? Especially when you have maybe $200 into everything. And I think that's where people kind of lose sight on the stuff that they're picking up, because they're like, dude, I'm gonna get top dollar for this. I'm gonna get top dollar. Like the Garfield patches that I sold for $150, I had it up there for $200, and I actually had it up there more than what it should sell for, because it's rare. You don't see them every day. So I thought maybe somebody eventually sent me an offer for maybe like $160, $175. Somebody sent me an offer for $150. We already 10 times our money on that deal. $150. Get it out of my house, pack it up nice and neat, and then boom. And we just keep it moving. Then we invest that other $150, put half of it off to the side, and then invest that $75. Gulf Coast Pickers. I was trying. I got very, very close. As a matter of fact, over the weekend we sold like 17 diecast cars. It was crazy. But yes, I tried. I tried to get it done. But yeah, I tried. Where are the 2 babies? They're downstairs sleeping on the couch. They're waiting for their mommy to get home because she went garage sale. She went to the grocery store. Can we sell VHS tapes on eBay? They were screeners back in the day to promote movies back when there were video stores. They all have one and stuff. Yeah, you should be able to. People were selling VHS tapes on eBay. I don't think I've heard any issues with selling them. So yeah, people were selling sealed VHSs for hundreds of dollars. So depending on what they are. Info Star, new reseller here. Although I think I've been a reseller all my life without knowing it. I think we all are. You know, you got to think about it as a reseller. You know, the way I look at it too. Everybody has a little bit of reselling mentality. You know what I'm saying? If you have old tools that you used to work on, your mechanic, whatever, you're trying to sell your old tools to get new tools. Everybody has that reseller mentality. You know, like yeah, I paid $1,500 for this this pen, but I like to get $700 out of it if possible. I'm just saying everybody has a reseller mentality. The biggest thing is having the ability to move your stuff and the ability to find good profitable items. But yeah, no, everybody was there. I remember whenever I was a new reseller, I used to watch Cincinnati Pickers. I don't know if you guys ever heard my story. My story is very weird. Whenever I got out of the military, I was going to college in Virginia until my wife got out of the military. When my wife got out of the military in December of 2019, we moved back down here to Georgia, and I went back to my my hard labor job, working as a mechanic, working on the big 40-foot trailers. And I was doing that for about 4 months. And then I came across a video. I remember eating Chinese food. I had chicken on the sticks and fried rice, shrimp fried rice, and I'm eating. And somebody named Cincinnati Picker popped up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna click on it, whatever. I'm on lunch break, right? And we only got 30 minutes of lunch, so I couldn't really watch, a lot of it. But then over the course of like a week or so, I'm just like, dang, this dude just made more money in 2 days or a weekend than what I made in a month. I'm just like, holy crap. So I casually was looking for stuff, went garage selling. Then the one big buy that kind of started with the transitioning into being a full-time reseller, because it only took me 6 months to become a full-time reseller. And that's very rare. That's rare. And I also kind of took a leap of faith, and the hard work honestly just paid off. And I think I got lucky with some of the stuff that I found. But the first big buy that I did was on Facebook Marketplace. This dude was getting rid of his Funko Pop collection. I mean, there was 200 plus Funko Pops. His wife just did not want it in her house anymore. She was kind of a nag, if you will, but I also get it too. It was kind of overrunning their house, I guess, or certain rooms. But this was a guy who would travel to conventions, and he would get all types of stuff, collectability stuff. I mean, it was insane. This was before I was recording, and I spent $570 or $540, something like that, for everything, for 200 plus pops. It was crazy. Made really, really good money on that deal. And then not even a month later, you guys, I swear it was probably 3 weeks later. I went into a Goodwill right before I worked my night shift. Went into Goodwill, and the manager just put out all these Funko Pops on one of the end caps. And I went in there, and I'm sitting there looking at them. It's like $4.99, $3.99, $5.99. So I was like, okay, I'm a new reseller, whatever. Stole it all in my cart. I'm still getting a regular paycheck and stuff. And the manager saw me do that, and he was like, hey, you like this type of stuff? And I was like, yes, sir. And he's like, well, I got like 5 huge bins in the back, just filled with them. I don't know what to do with them. I just need to get rid of them. And I was like, well, what would you want on all of them? And he's like, I'll tell you what, however many are here, just pay me $4 a piece. And I was like, sold. And there's some big ones, there's small ones, medium-sized ones. And I spent exactly $510 at Goodwill. And that one made me another chunk of change. So then, of course, selling that for the next couple months, I was casually watching YouTube and started learning a whole bunch of stuff. And I've learned a lot, but I still got a lot to learn. That's one thing as a reseller, you will never learn everything. But the biggest thing is just trying to broaden your horizon. There's certain people who stick to a certain niche. No matter if it's shoes, hats, clothes, whatever. I think if you stick to a niche, don't get me wrong, I think it'd be very profitable, but I think it holds you back as a reseller, because the way my mind works is, I get it. You can't buy everything in the world. I get that too. But at the same time, if you're buying just, let's say, shoes, right? But you come across a Bose stereo for $10 and it goes for 200, but you're not going to pick it up because you're sticking to that niche. So I don't know. I feel like it could hold people back to an extent, depending on how much and how big their eBay reselling business is. But I believe in expanding and just kind of knowing what to sell, if that makes sense. My house is full of new old stock, and there's nothing wrong with that. New old stock stuff does so well. It does really well. And that's one thing too, like, there's certain things that you'll come across in one of my upcoming videos. There's this Mustang 10 equalizer. It's like a radio thing that I bought at a yard sale for $1. It didn't sell for a whole lot of money, but there was no sold comps. There was no listings on eBay, nothing on WorkPoint. So I put it out there for like $15 and it sold within a week. So even if something's not on eBay, just kind of do your due diligence and just be like, you know what, I feel like this would sell. I thought I was going to sit for longer than that. I see both sides of the coin, but I definitely believe in diversification. Yes, exactly. And exactly, if you think about it, clothes, very easy to store. They don't take up that much room. So, some people might have a storage problem. Shoes, shoes can take up a little bit of room, more than clothes, of course, because clothes, you can really compact stuff. But yes, diversification, I think that's a good word for it. Having a variety of stuff that you sell, all your eggs into one niche, you gain knowledge and efficiency. But what about when the market changes? And that's a good point too. I will say that I forget who said this. They said that you should try to be an expert in one or two things. That way, like for instance, if you're an expert in Nikes, that means you should be able to authenticate them like that, right? But like, if you were to not be an expert, like for instance, I'll give you an example. I feel like I'm an expert when it comes to diecast cars, just because I have been listing them nonstop for the past year. If that makes sense. I feel like I'm an expert in them. Maybe not fully expert, but I know what red lines are. I know what the 70s cars look like. I know a lot about them, especially these new, these other brands that people never heard of, like Siku, made in Germany stuff, like Majorette, Tomica. I mean, there's so many brands out there that I didn't know other than Hot Wheels and Matchbox. But then if you sit there and talk to me for days about vintage graphic t-shirts, I would be like, no, I have no idea what the value of that is, So, I mean, it really just, it just depends on person by person. But like, again, if I had like a big warehouse, man, I'd probably be sourcing a whole lot more now. Even though we actually source quite a bit. But my videos are kind of coming to a lot of bin store videos, the what so videos, and then as of right now, garage sales are coming back. I want to do storage units. I had one lined up for today, but it ended up getting canceled. It was at $1,000. I was going to gamble up to $1,500 because they had Thundercat toys in there, and I just had that gut feeling, and I always go with my gut. I think that whole storage unit had toys, and there's a reason why I got canceled though. So I'm hoping it's going to pop up in the near future, But yes, I want to do more storage units, but the good ones are very, very hard to come by, and I'm not going to show you guys trash units. But yeah, I want to do thrift stores, but thrift stores are just kind of crap for me around here. I will find occasional stuff. Like me and my wife, we went to Goodwill the other day because we were taking packages and stuff like that. And we found like Carhartt shirts for women, pair of Hokas. I just feel like that stuff's not my thrift stores aren't exciting, if that makes sense. But yes. Thanks for all the info. I'm like a sponge right now. No problem. I trust me. I'm the same way. If somebody sit there and give me advice about a certain product or whatever, or a name brand, I'm just like, dude, I gotta look out for that now, But it's like once you pick it up like once or twice, it really just sticks with you. And Gold Coast Bakers, yes, Thundercats. So on the top right, it had a Thundercats collector's case, which I believe goes for like 50 to like 80. But then if the figures are in there, I mean, some of them things are going up to 400 plus, with the case. And then underneath it had like 3 more vintage toys underneath it. You couldn't make them out, so I couldn't tell what they were. I tried zooming in. I tried everything. I tried the light filter. I just could not tell what it is. The bottom right, it had like a cast iron weenie dog, which was pretty cool. And then in the middle, there was a Picasso print. A small little 5x8 one sold for like $58, and this one was big, so I was thinking maybe 150, somewhere around there for it. This dude had like old Western paintings and stuff, so I feel like he might have been a dealer, or if he was just a collector. I don't know. Then there was a snowman blow mold in the back. There was the vintage Lincoln logs. So I was like, I'm seeing numerous things of collectability, so I was going to go for it. I was going to go all in about $1,500 if I can get it for that cheap. It was a 10x30 unit, and it was 2 hours away. I was willing to put in the work, put in the man hours, but unfortunately, it got canceled. So I do have my eye on one. Let's see here. I can't remember which site it's on. think it's on Locker Fox. But yeah, anyways, I want to do that type of stuff for you guys. No, it's not on Locker Fox. Is it on storage options? Okay. Yeah, I got one on storage auctions. But it's like a week and a half away or something. I want to eventually get into lockers. Lockers are fun. They're really fun. I mean, that's where I found all these diecast cards. They've been sitting since April of last year. On top of all the, I mean, that unit. We spent $1,220 on a unit that was same area, 2 hours away in Somerville, South Carolina, and we spent $1,220. It was a 10 by 30 unit, and it was filled. It was packed. I was like, dude, you know what? You can't go wrong with it. And whenever we got there, you know, we didn't realize how much it was, because the 10 by 30 unit is pretty big, and this thing was filled from left to right. And when you got to the back, dude, it was so much stuff. It was tons of clothes and big boxes. And the only thing that, honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, the clothes were actually pretty good. There was some Coogee stuff. There was a lot of older, like, Nike stuff. So very, very cool stuff. But it wasn't for that diecast card collection, we would have made our money back, but it wouldn't have been nowhere near what it was. But that diecast card collection was insane. I mean, literally, like, it's insane. I'm still kind of going through this stuff here. I got 3 more cases, but it's crazy. It is crazy. When you get Legos, do you put them together and sell them or keep them? So Debbie, so what I'm doing is I keep them. So I have very bad anxiety issues that nobody really sees on camera. I mainly get my anxiety at night. Sometimes during the day, but it's rare during the day. But I get them a lot at nighttime. That's why I have trouble sleeping. So I have bad anxiety for whatever reason. My heart rate just likes to just go up. My blood work's good. My blood work is, I am overweight a little bit, but at the same time, I'm healthy. My doctor's done everything they possibly can. I mean, I do take Ritalin, but they don't think that's the issue because I've been taking Ritalin to the military and I had anxiety beforehand. But yes, I keep them and then I stash them in shoebox display cases. And I put them in there, which is really cool. And then I'm basically stacking them up against my wall. But eventually all those are going to come upstairs in the loft. That way I can display them. But no, I keep them all because it just helps my anxiety. I think my wife is here. Oh, actually, no. There's no way she's here. I wonder if that's the garbage man. I hear Max barking. Max, I got a treat. Come here. Oh, yeah. It is the garbage man. Max, here. Max. He don't care. He doesn't care. But getting back to the topic at hand, though. But yeah, a lot of people say eBay sales are slow. They have not been slow for me. Everybody's obviously different. People are selling different things, but the one thing that I think really helps with selling is to promote your listings. I talked about it earlier before a lot of people was in here, but there's this thing called List Perfectly, or Perfectly. What is it? List Perfectly. Yeah, List Perfectly, and I cross-listed 4 items, and 3 out of the 4 items sold within like 4 days, 3 or 4 days. So I think it's important to do promoted listings, because 17 out of the 37 packages that I sent out this morning, 17 of them were from promoted listings, which equaled out to like $500 or something like that, all because of a promoted listing. And if they want to take an extra $5, $6, $7 from it, that's fine with me. I'm moving product quick, which gives me more time to or more money to source and all that good stuff. I will say that List Perfectly, the only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't So if you cross list on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, wherever you're cross listing Facebook Marketplace, and if you sell something, it doesn't delete the listing from the other thing. So you have to keep up with what you cross list. But other than that, if you just do a little bit at a time, like electronics, collectible stuff, that type of stuff, you'll definitely see your sales going up. All right, let's get some of these diecast cars looked up real quick. Let's see here. But yeah, Gulf Coast Pickers. I mean, I tried to get them all listed, and I failed. I did try though, but in my defense, though, hear me out though. I had 30 plus 30, 37, 38 packages. It was a lot. Packages that I packed up last night, on top of playing golf yesterday as well. And all that good stuff. So it's like, man, I promise you, I've been working hard. All right, let's look this one up. Matchbox. BMW 323i 1985. Oh my goodness, I messed up. All right. 55 listed, 23 results. That's pretty decent to me. This diecast car right here will sell for about $10 plus shipping. So we will list that. I'm listing each of the diecast cars. Anything that's $10 or more, I'll list individually. You still did good, more than I would have got done. Yeah, it was close. It was close. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let him down. But then after doing everything yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna have to let him down. But it's all right. We should be able to finish them today. And then we're gonna be. I got my VA appointment through my VA doctor at 2:30 through a phone or video call. Then after that, I might go down to my garage to move a few more things around, try to get maybe like another rack up, and then start moving the inventory downstairs. I might start doing that today or tomorrow. Does my mom resell? No. She works for a trucking company as what do they call them? Where she sits at a desk and does dispatch and invoices and stuff like that, I guess. But that's what she does. I am the first person in my family to kind of go the route that I'm going. You can ask my brother. I've always been kind of different when it comes to just life in general. And I look at things differently. I look at things differently in a sense of I've always been spontaneous, if that makes sense. So, high school, I was trying to do the gaming thing. I played baseball. Could have went to college, but I broke my hand. But yes, so it's like I've always been the spontaneous person to where I don't like not having goals. I don't like sitting still for too long. I just don't like a lot of the things that a 9-to-5 job does to you. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans. You know what I'm saying? We all got to work. I get that. There's nothing wrong with working hard. I do firmly believe that everybody should work hard, unless you're got a true disability or something like that. But working hard is rewarding. I think that's why I joined the military too. I wanted to have a sense of pride. I wanted to do something that made me different from a lot of people. I don't necessarily come from a military family. Mom and dad didn't serve, but my grandpa served. A couple uncles served and stuff like that. Cousins served. My brother served, and then I served after. But I've always been the spontaneous type. I always wanted to do something different. And I think this reselling thing really opened me up on how life can be if you work hard, I guess. Does that make sense? But I mean, I got to travel a little bit in the military. It was fun. We made it out alive. Met some great friends, and now it's on to this next epic journey that we've been on for 2 years now. Hello? Hello? Do you have a lot of stuff? Do you need help? Okay. Just let me know. All right, bye. My wife is funny. I thought she did because I seen her with you one day. Yeah, she shops for herself, Debbie. Yeah, she shops for herself. She just goes along for the ride. She will try to find stuff for me to resell, but yeah, no, she sits there and just kind of finds stuff for herself. Ping, good morning from Anaheim, California. Let's go. What's going on? How are you doing today? All right, so we listed that car for 10. What about this one? Let's see. Alpha Romeo G-U-I-L-E-T-T-A. Yeah, so this is like a little majorette diecast car. Did I spell that wrong? Oh, yeah, I did. There we go. That should be good. All right. Let's see what this one's worth. 19 listed, 11 sold. Not bad. And it looks like the condition that I'm in. So this right here will sell for $25 plus shipping. So this is why I go through them individually, because you never know. That $25, $30, $15 just adds up. Not a whole bunch. Did a sell similar. I did a sell similar on a few listings. Nice. Yeah, I been working hard a little bit. We had like almost 40 packages go out this morning. We made almost $1,700 over the weekend between eBay, Mercari, Amazon, and Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, it's the grind is real for sure. Like it's kind of like, so Ping, let me ask you this, because from what I'm seeing on YouTube of other resellers and stuff like that, is there like, are your sales slow at all? Because mine have not been, and I'm just trying to see why people's sales are slow. I mean, I guess it could be, they don't promote their listings, or it could be the stuff that they're selling, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around it, because I mean, obviously there's slow days, and then there's really fast days. But I'm trying to figure out why people are having slow sell days. Whenever my sales are pretty consistent, I think over the course of three months, I mean, I've been averaging about roughly 3,000 a week, and that's gross, not net. But it's been very, very, very consistent. So I don't know what the issue would be with that. Let's see, 5. But I like to get everybody's perspective on what they're doing with their eBay business and stuff. My sales are slow. I don't promote listings. I do have volume discounts. I do send offers to watchers. Yeah, because 17 of my let's just say it was 40 packages, even though it was probably like 38 or so. We'll round it up to 40. 17 of my listings were sold because of promoted listings. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk about today, about how to grow your eBay business. I think promoting listings is very crucial, because you're in such a competitive market. Even if you get $5, $6, $7, whatever, taken out of it, I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, as a reseller, our job is to move products. So it's like, promoted listings have helped me tremendously. I just now started cross listing, and 3 or 4 items sold within 4 days, which is amazing. So I might cross list more. But I feel like people need to invest in their business in order for them to make, money to reinvest and all that good stuff, such as, investing in like websites like WorthPoint, because you never know what you're going to come across. You might be like, oh, wow, this ain't worth nothing. You end up donating it or put it in a garage sale. Somebody comes along and they know what it is because they saw it on WorthPoint. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy. I'm thinking of promoting in May. You should. I think try it out for a month and and then basically do a record of how much you sold the previous month and then how many items you sold the next month, and then kind of compare the promoted listings. How much money did you realistically make doing the promoted listings? I think it'll really help. I like you and Charlie. You both are funny and have a good heart, but most of all, you're both real people and tell it like it is. I hope Charlie gets to come up a little bit. She's so funny. Yeah, I'll call her. I'll as soon as she's done putting the groceries away, I'll tell her to come up here to say hi. I think a lot of people are just comparing themselves to what they see on social, not realizing that if they don't have thousands of items in the store, they're not likely to see double-digit sales, bigger the store, small. And that's another factual thing too. If you have 100 listings, I mean, it's not going to be that. So like, let's say if you have 100 different listings, that means you're hitting 100 different categories that people could potentially have. But let's say you only have one of those items, so it's going to go to one specific person. But yes, that's another great thing too. If you have, because like my thing is, I didn't really start seeing a little bit of growth till I hit around like the 300 listing mark. That's whenever I kind of started seeing like, okay, I'm getting a little bit more there. Once I hit 500, I saw it going up again. And then once I hit 1,000, that's when things kind of really started doing really well for me. And then now I believe I'm over like 1,200 listings now between all my stores. And even then, 1,200 is actually small. I think Daily Refinement said that anything that's 3,000 listings or more, or 3,000 listings or less, he considers that a small store. Which, I could see that as well. I could even see 5,000 items being small, especially if you're up there with 10,000, 20,000 listings. But yes, if you're not willing to put in the work, put in the listing time, and I get it. The most fun thing about reselling is sourcing. By far, it's the most funnest thing in the world. No matter if it's storage units, bin stores, garage sales, because you literally never know what you're gonna find. It's crazy. And some of the things out there will surprise you. The market is always changing. Video games, always had a consistent sell-through rate. Good money, quick money. Some diecast cars can actually go for really good money as well. There's a market for just about everything. You had to find that right buyer. And that's going back to what I was saying. The promoted listings really help that. Oh, this is cool. Sorry, I get distracted by the littlest things because I have like, I'm undiagnosed, but I think I have ADHD, but I don't know. But that's kind of loud. Pretty cool though. But yes. But yeah, flipping the feeder family, you're definitely right though. If you don't put in the work and get your listings up, it's I'm not gonna say it's gonna be impossible, but it's gonna be very, very hard for people to make those double digits, even the triple digits, and you'll notice too, and there's nothing wrong with not listing for a day. Like if you do 100 listings in 2 days, take a break. And that's one thing every Sunday. What I try to do, even though my brain is very active, so it's hard for me to do it. Every Sunday, me and my wife sat down. We were like, you know what? Sundays need to be like a mental health day. To relax, go play golf. Just do little things. Relax. Go to the pool. I mean, something. Mental health is such a. I don't know if you guys ever see me. I always wear my mental health awareness shirt a lot. Sorry, the coffee's coming back up. And I suffer from mental health issues, and I get help from it through the VA and doctors and stuff. And I'm a very pro advocate for mental health awareness. And there's some days where you might get burnt out, and that's very crucial. I mean, that's stress. That's stuff that can really affect your relationship. It can affect a lot of stuff. So it's always good to take a day or two to yourself just to relax, but also just keep in mind too that you do need to put in the work. Not saying you have to do 100 listings in 2 days. I'm just saying there's some people that start out by doing like 5 listings a day, 10 listings a day. I'm at the point to where listing is very easy and I understand how shipping works, so I can kind of get listings done quick. But yeah, mental health is very important when it comes to this stuff too. So just take your day off, work hard for those 4 or 5 days, take 2 days off, and then rinse and repeat. Do the same thing next week. Try to get 100 listings done in a week if possible, or whatever you guys are trying to achieve, and then take that day or two, relax, reset, and then just kind of continue the motions until you kind of get used to it. Then eventually you won't get burned out as much because you realize that money's coming in, you're sourcing stuff, you're expanding your business, and then all of a sudden, guess what happens? Whenever you start getting that high, which is the dopamine and stuff that's going on in your brain, eventually you're going to be getting even more motivated. Yes, the shipping, the listing, all that is draining. It is. But at the same time, you're going to start getting that high of dopamine, and you're going to be like, wow, this is crazy. I made $1,000 this weekend, and I did more listings this week than I've ever done. Guess what? I'm going to do the same thing next week. And then it's literally a trend, and you keep going and going and going, and then boom, it gets better and better. And again, some days are going to be slow. Some weeks are going to be fast. It's just the way the market is. But as long as you list, in theory, the more you will sell. We have 100 listings and have had 10 sales. Is that on trend? So we have 100 listings and have had 10 sales. So Laura, so the question I would ask you is how much are you listing a day or per week, whatever you prefer? The way I look at it, so basically what Flipping to Feed Our Family is saying is 1% is a good benchmark. 100 listings, 1 sell a day. As you grow, your sell-through may drop, but in the beginning, aim for 1 sell, 100 listings each day. That is definitely a good start. I think once you get up there, and then this is just my personal opinion because I'm also growing a little bit. I think for every 90 days, I look at it every 3 months, not every day, because I feel like there's a thing called micromanaging and then macro managing. I look at everything in a macro way, because micro, you could be like, yeah, sell the 1 item per day when you start off, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I look at it in 90 days. So for example, let's say if I have 1,000 listings, just say 1,000 over the course of 90 days, I've sold, let's say 250 items. Okay. So that means you're selling 25% of your inventory every 90 days. So the way I look at it, you should be around the 20% mark or more. Because let's just say that 1,000 listings, right? You sell 250 items in, I think this is a good starting point. The 250 listings are sold. That's 25% of your inventory. But then let's say over the course of the next 90 days, all of a sudden that 250 is like, because you've been listing more, you've been sourcing more because you're getting more income. All of a sudden that thing's at, let's say 500 items in the past 90 days. That's 50% of your inventory. But I think 20% of your inventory every 90 days, that's kind of what I shoot for. I believe we're a little above 30% every 90 days, which is good for me. But everybody's a little different, but definitely what Flipping to Feed Our Family said, that's definitely a great way to look at it if you're on a smaller scale. I'm not big by no means. I only have like 1,200 listings. But if you're listing 5 per day, that's a very good start. Nothing wrong with that at all. But then eventually you're going to want to set yourself up for bigger goals, because you might get more money and you might have more opportunity to source better items or whatever the case is. And eventually you're going to get motivated one day. There's some days where I'll just not list at all because I need to get some productivity done with my garage or moving stuff around or whatever the case is. And there's going to be some days where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to list. I literally listed like 100 plus diecast cars this past week because I was motivated to get them done. 100 listings in a week is really good. But also too, 50 listings in a week is good. 20 listings in a week is good. But at the same time, your goal has to be achievable to where you're not going to get burnt out, per se. So like if you can bump that 5 per day to 10 per day, if you have the time, depending on what's going on in your life, try to do 10 per day. But the theory is, though, the more you list, essentially the more you will sell. Promoted listings, in my opinion, is very crucial. It really helps. Obviously having your items in a competitive market. And then one thing that I've recently been doing, I can't really give too much advice about it because I don't really know yet because I just started it, but I've cross-listed 3 out of 4 items just to kind of see what would happen. And 3 of the 4 items sold within 4 days. So I don't know. It seems like cross-listing could be a potential thing, but I got to work with the app a little bit more just to see. I might list maybe like 10 more items and then kind of keep an eyeball on, or an eye on it, and kind of see what happens from there. Trying to increase listings, just need to source more things for the info. No problem, Laura. No problem. That's what I'm here for. I try to give the information if I possibly can. Because you gotta keep in mind too, this is just stuff that's helped me scale my business, even though it's still small. But people who are new, oh, look at that. Just like, we got a sale. Let's see what we sold. Oh wow. So we just sold a golf putter for $80. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Got that glare. There you go. Yeah, but just because what works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you, Laura. You know what I'm saying? Basically what I'm saying is what a lot of resellers tell you. Increase listings, promoted listings, that type of stuff is kind of a common thing that we all say. Because it's true. It helps me, helps a lot of other people. But at the same time, though, it might not help you, though. Maybe cross-listing might help you better. It's all really just depends on how you run your business. Our minds are apart from us. We have to keep our mind, body, and spirit right. I'm glad you open about it because it might help others out there. That's what I love about you. Thank you, Russo. I appreciate that. But no, I'm a big advocate for mental health. Even though I am getting chubby, me and my wife are actually starting today to where we're talking about no matter what. So a lot of people, they get into the mindset of working out. They got to be up early in the morning. You got to get that grind on. But we're taking a little step because we realize we're not morning people. So what we're doing is no matter what, throughout the day, at some point, we have to work out, no matter if it's going for a run, if it's going to the gym, whatever the case is. So like today, I have my appointment at 2:30. After my appointment, I'm going for a run around my neighborhood, which I do a lap, and it comes out to a little over a mile. And that's all I'm going to do today. Tomorrow on Tuesday, I will go to Planet Fitness and do arms because, my arms are strong. And then Wednesday, I'll probably do a run. Then Thursday, I'll go do legs. But every day, I'm going to do like abs and stuff like that. But I am getting chubby. I'm getting a little chubby. I don't like it. I'm strong. Don't get me wrong. I'm very, very strong. But I don't like the way I'm looking right now. But yes, the mental health is a very big portion of reselling, in my opinion. Hey, I would spend the night at Black Friday and be 5 or 6 in line, but lately I've been getting there around 4 a.m. and I'll be 15 in line, and I do about the same. Wait, Ivan, are you in my area, or do you have a different Black Fridays? But yes, I'll answer that in just a sec. I want to see what you say real quick because if you're my local, I can kind of give you what goes on in my head whenever that happens. Pippi Longstocking, buy now or auction is my main confusion. What part of Georgia are you in? I'm in the Savannah area. So buy now or auction is my main confusion. Okay, so buy now basically is obviously, somebody wants to buy it right now. Is the terminology, right? Or auction. So the way my mind works is, let's say that, for a certain item goes for, let's say, $100. Let's say this pen right here goes for $100. You have a buy it now. But let's just say you just kind of want quick money. You only have $1 into it, whatever, and you put it up there for auction. You might get like $60 for it, maybe $70. Could even be close to the $100 mark. Auctions, you usually tend to get less than your buy it now. But at the same time, auctions will sometimes get you the quicker money. But the way my mind works is if I know exactly what it goes for, I'm putting a buy it now. But let's say that I have kind of let's say I give an example. The first storage unit I ever bought had a bunch of knives. And I found this one that kind of curved like this. Never seen it before. Could not find there's a model on it, a model number on it. I'm talking too fast. I couldn't find it on WorthPoint. It wasn't on eBay. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's put it up for auction. It ended up selling for like $280, but I could not find it anywhere. And sometimes the auctions can be more beneficial than a buy it now. But the only way I would ever put it up for auction is if I realistically cannot find it. And then even if you put it up for auction and it sells for $1, then that means it just wasn't really worth anything. But usually, sometimes the market through auction will tell you the price of something if you cannot find anything at all. If you can't find it being sold somewhere else, if you can't find it on WorthPoint, eBay sold comps, eBay listings, other websites, if you cannot find it at all, when all else fails, put it up for auction. That's just my advice. Okay, so Ivan, so that's I was gonna say the same thing. So pretty much, if you watch if you've been on the channel for a while, whenever I first started going to Black Friday deals, I was actually getting there like first, second, third, and I'll stay way overnight, 10 o'clock at night, and just sleep overnight, and I would be top three, and I would find some really good solid stuff. Then the one weekend, me and my wife were like, you know what? Let's just go there at 5 o'clock in the morning, get our tickets at 6, and then we will go back at 9 o'clock, see what happens. And we did that. We ended up getting like 10th in line. Okay. And we found really good stuff. And they're like, okay, let's try it out next week. Next week, we got like 15th, and we're still finding stuff. So, Ivan, the only way I would say this is if there tends to get like, I don't know how big your Black Fridays is, but let's just say that there is a ton of bins. Like, I think we have like 100 bins where we are or something like that, something crazy. And let's say your top 20, I think you're safe. If you start getting back there to like that 25, 30, 40, 50 mark, then you might need to start showing up a little bit early. But like there's some bin stores where they only have 10 bins, and then being top 10 is probably going to be crucial for you. But if you're like top 20 in a bin store that only has 10 bins, then it's like you might need to get there a little early. But if there's like 100 plus bins and you're like 15th, maybe pushing the 20th, you're going to find some good solid stuff. But if you start getting back there to that 30 mark, you know, you might need to put a little bit of work and get there early. But yeah, oh, you got 150 bins, even better. So yeah, so it's definitely a yeah, if you're 15th in line and you're still doing about the same, then hey, there's no need to waste that time to get up in the morning, because you could potentially be losing money. That could be time to where you can be getting up, drinking your coffee, doing some listings. But that's one thing I realized too. Whenever we were staying there from 10 o'clock at night all the way until 6 a.m., I was technically losing money, because from 10 to about 12 to 1, I usually like to list because I'm a night owl. And I realized, wow, I'm actually losing money. I could be more productive than staying there overnight. Now, there's some people who will stay overnight to look, to find that one or two things. But that's the biggest thing too. Even though they're trying to get that one or two big ticket item, people fail to realize too, it's not about the big ticket items. It's not. Like, sometimes those smaller sales is what keeps a eBay business going. And I'll give you an example. So over the weekend, I'm gonna tell you what my sales were, like as far as each item. Okay, $9, $8, $30, 15, 25, 15, 5, 150. That was a big ticket item. 675, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 30, 25, 25, 10, 30, 25, 15, 35. And if you notice, exception of a couple items that sold for over 100, it's all literally small ticket items, and that is what the greatest thing is. It's the greatest thing about it is the fact that the smaller things is what people overlook. Like, you'll be surprised how many times I find like little keto strips, powder sticks in a box of 6. I sell those things for like $60, 50, 60 bucks, and we get them for 7. And people overlook those. They just don't want to buy them. And for whatever reasoning is, I'm like, okay, fine. I will go in there and I will find something. I've done 25K in sales on eBay just on Black Friday in 60 days. I actually started watching you and then checked if I had a close one by me, and I did. So thank you for your videos. Oh, no problem. That's a beautiful thing. Bin stores are kind of spreading everywhere. But 25K in sales on eBay just from Black Fridays, that's pretty crazy. That's good. That's really, really good. And Pippi Longstocking, no problem. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help whenever I can. Kind of give you guys the best insight of my ADHD brain, even though I'm undiagnosed. I just feel like I talk really fast. My brain is active, and I potentially might have it. But yes, yeah, bin stores can be crazy profitable, especially if you have a good one around you. But again, Ivan, I don't know if you look for the small stuff, but look out for the small stuff, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it just adds up. It adds up. It adds up. I see a lot of people, they talk about, wow, I found this, $200 item at the bin store. Nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's very good. That's amazing. But then when that's the only thing that you found, I'm over here with $30, $20 items, So that means I found $600 worth of stuff compared to your 200. So yeah, just if you can find that small stuff that sells really well, I would recommend getting that. One sec. I want to start making videos as well. Any advice? So I'll give you three. I'll give you three things of advice. One, be knowledgeable about what you're doing, because the worst thing you want to do is go on eBay. Because I remember going on eBay when I first started recording. I had no idea what I was doing. I was showing you guys what I sell. I was literally sitting in front of a computer showing you all the sales. Really wasn't entertaining. I didn't really have a personality in a way to show people how to make money. I was just kind of doing it like how we do like an everyday motion. We get up, we drink our coffee, we eat breakfast, like that. But then I kind of got an act for it to where I understood how to apply what I'm doing to help other people. So one, know what you're doing. Two, be real. And honestly, just grind. I know that's kind of a common thing, but just if you see somebody uploading every 2 days, upload every 2 days. If financially, physically, mentally, and all that is good for you, then do that. I know some people who only upload once a week, and there's nothing wrong with that either. It's really dependent on what your time, how much money you're investing, and you want to what all you want to showcase, that type of stuff. But the biggest thing is that I think is the worst quality of every person who ever gets big or grows into 100,000 subscribers plus, whatever, is getting an ego. I think people who change, you can ask my wife. I have not changed since day one. I never will. I'll never change for anybody. I am who I am. I hate to say this, but I hate fake personalities. Like, if y'all ever met me in real life, I'm literally like this. I will talk your head off. I will joke around with you. I'm crazy in real life. Like, I'll do some funny stuff. But I hate people who once they kind of make it big on YouTube, all of a sudden they have egos. You know what I'm saying? You can just tell if you go back and watch somebody's videos from maybe like a year ago, all the way till now, and if you kind of see a consistent, personality, you're probably going to be watching somebody who's very authentic, genuine, and stuff like that. But then when you look at a year ago, 2 years ago, depending on how long they've been doing it, and you go back and watch like their current video, and you kind of see a consistent change in the personality, then most likely they're kind of letting that fame and whatever kind of go to their head. And I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, but there's certain reasons why I don't watch certain people. But yes, be real. Have a personality and stuff like that, but don't change. Don't be egotistical and all that. If you end up getting 1 million subscribers one day, Ivan, and then that's the biggest thing for me personally. I have to watch people who are genuine, people who actually want to see you grow and stuff like that. But yes, also too, the one thing I will say as well, if you are making videos, try to. I've realized that if you just do like long streams like this, you're not gonna really get the crazy views. But if you chop it up real nice and smooth to where you're constantly talking and there's a lot of action going on, those videos do really well as well. But Ivan, yeah, if you want to start doing it, man, invest in GoPro, a backpack. Pretty sure you might have a backpack. But no, if you want to do it, man, I say go for it. Life is too short to not go after something that you want to try, and in the end it might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? But at least you gave it a try, and that's the biggest thing. Because if you never try, you never know if you're going to be quote unquote a failure or quote unquote something big. But yeah, if you ever want to do anything in life, I say go for it. But yes, Ivan, I say make those videos, and that's kind of what I would do. Do what sold videos that really helps a lot of people and all that stuff. I like Monday for $2 days. They're my favorite. Yes, $2 days are pretty good. We always find like little supplements and stuff that we like to sell. Flipping McFlipperson, great advice. I would only add, don't do it for the money. Yes, big facts. Don't do it for the money. Obviously have a goal. Have a goal on YouTube. Like, I want to hit 100,000 subscribers. I want that 100,000 subscriber plaque. That's cool too. That's a great advice. Don't go on YouTube trying to do it for money. Now, if you're going to do it for money, do gaming or something like that, But like, if you're showing people how to make money, and you're doing it just to make money from the people who are watching your videos, don't get me wrong, that's cool and all, but at the same time, don't do it just for that. Do it for yourself. Do it for the genuinity of showing people how to grow their business, and don't do it for clout, egotistical reasoning, and all that. Like I said, there's a few people out there who have gotten bigger, and you literally can see it from their first video, or first video is a bad example. Let's say, like, again, going from a year ago to current, you can always see the difference in how they are. And again, you can ask my wife. I've never changed. I won't change. I am a stubborn person because I don't like change. I don't like change. I like sticking to my schedule. I like doing what I want to do. But at the same time, I'm very fun. I'm loving. I'm fun. I like to have a good time. But yes, just look out for the people who change their personality. Those are the ones you gotta be afraid of. You have certain people, and again, I won't say names because I don't like drama. But you'll have certain people who actually use their YouTube platform where they make more money on YouTube compared to their reselling. To me, that's a problem because it's like they're going to, let's say, these places where they're spending, let's say, $20-$40 to potentially make $100-$150, but they're also bringing in $3,000 from a YouTube video. I see that as a problem because you want to watch people who are knowledgeable of what they're doing, and their sales don't lie. So anytime that another way you can tell too is if I say, yeah, I literally sold this diecast car yesterday for $1,000, right? This is just an example. You guys can actually go to my store and go to sold comps and kind of see what all I've sold in the past 90 days. And you can tell that way as well. But if somebody has 2,000 listings and they're only selling around 200 items, there's something wrong with that. That's not even 20% of, that's not even 10% of their inventory. So you really want to watch the people who are really selling stuff. I think one person that I do like is Osborne the Thrift. He hadn't uploaded in over a month, but that man knows how to sell stuff. He knows what to look for. He's knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. I mean, there's other people that I watch too, but just using him as an example because he was the one that got me into, like, let's say if I bought, a coffee pot, right? But the base itself is broke, but I can part out the lid. I can part out the coffee thing itself. I can part out the filter or whatever the case is. He's the first person that got me into that. So, but yes, but that's actually great advice. Flippy McFlipperson, do it just because you enjoy it or you will burn out really quick. Exactly. There's even better advice than what I gave. But yes, 100% though. All right, let me get my wife because I know. Let me go get her real quick. Oh, what's up, Max? Go get mommy real quick. Let's go, mommy. Come on, let's go get her. Hey, babe. That's my buddy right there. All right, the wifey is coming. This is Maximus. What's up, buddy? You say hi to everybody. Yo, Cajun Roots Reseller, what's going on, man? How you doing today? You say hi to everybody. What's going on over here? I got little white spots. You been scratching? Have you been scratching? Huh. There you go. That's a good boy right there. Come on. There's mama. There's mommy. Oh. There's mama. You go get her.
Get my baby.
You go get her.
Get my baby.
Go get her. Yeah, he's a good boy.
Look at that nub.
He wants his mommy. There's mommy. Oh.
Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
There's mommy.
Hi, everyone.
Been a long morning, huh?
Yeah.
I told him about what we're doing today, or what we started today.
What?
Where every day where we have to work out. 5 days a week. The weekends we'll take to ourselves.
And it ain't been a long morning for you. What are you talking about?
It has been.
It has been for me.
There's Debbie. There's Russo.
Hi, Debbie. She's got to show
Yeah.
your tail.
She wanted to say hi.
No.
Oh my gosh. What the heck is that?
Sissy came in.
Sissy came in. Come here, Piper. Come here. Oh, you come here. See, Piper's surgery went really good.
Yeah.
She went to her mommy. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Everyone went
Yeah,
to
Piper's surgery went really well. She's doing fantastic. Ain't that right, baby? Oh, you got a burp?
You burped.
Oh my gosh. You want to say hi to everybody?
No, she was still with
Oh,
me.
she wants to say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. No, she wants to say hi. Go ahead.
Told you.
Whatever.
Oh, they're my joy.
Girls gotta stick together.
Oh, they're my joy.
I'm gonna show y'all how protective she is. Ready? Hey, Pepper. Oh. Oh, you got me. You got me. She's such a sweetie, though.
Ow.
Yeah. She's a good girl. But yeah. Life is good, though. Ain't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them about the loft, though. Loft is looking good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The garage looks pretty good. I thought about doing like a live stream in there while I'm moving stuff around and stuff, but I don't feel like the connection would be too good because I'll be in my garage and my Wi-Fi is all the way up here. Out Country Sales, what's going on? How are y'all doing? Also, too, I meant to message you on Instagram. Did those little camera things work or not? And did y'all ever get them? Because I didn't check the tracking on it. But yeah, I'm bidding on a bunch of stuff on this local auction site, which I never thought about sourcing on up until now. But there's some really cool stuff that I'm bidding on. That's what my brother's dog does. If you get close to him, yeah. Yeah, Piper's like that. Max is like that. Which is weird. Like Piper, she'll get defensive with my wife, right? So if I hit her or whatever, she'll just kind of nibble. But if I'm holding her and somebody hits me, like she'll draw blood, which is the strangest thing because she's a mama's girl. So I don't really know. But yeah, that's just weird. Yes, we got it, and yes, it works. Awesome. Okay, I didn't know or not because I told you I wasn't sure if it worked or not, but we got it from the bin store. But yeah. You keep messaging me. But yeah. Yeah, we've been killing it lately. We got the garage going the way I want it to. I just had to organize the left side, then condense some of the stuff that I had to list. I hate narcolepsy. Narcolepsy makes me tired. You better come here. You better come here. Oh, you better come here. Hey, be going. You better come here. I got you, buddy. You ain't running from daddy. You ain't running from daddy. There you go. Yep, this is my buddy though. This is Max. You guys see him in the videos. He always up here with his daddy though. Especially when my wife goes to bed, he'll go lay with her for a minute. Once she's asleep, he comes up here with daddy and we hang out. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? He watches me build Legos. He watches me do a lot of stuff. You say hi? Say hi, everybody. And we got his nails clipped. His surgery went pretty well too, you guys. So Max lost 10 teeth. Piper lost 17. And she also got spayed in the process. But yeah, his surgery went well, pretty well too. I've been doing this to him since he was a baby, where he sits on my shoulder and he just trusts me with it. I can even lean back like that. He doesn't care. You trust daddy, huh? Yeah, he's my buddy. You want to get down? All right. You can go in your little hole if you want. Go. It's a good boy. You go over there. What's that? Over there? No, go in your bed? No? Okay. You don't want to lay in his bed? But yeah, we're just listing some diecast cards for right now. But yeah, we sold a putter this morning for 80. And then we sold a rare Bo Burnham CD for 60. But yeah, Outcountry Sales. How's the Amazon stuff going? I know y'all still doing the whole retail arbitrage stuff. How's that going for y'all? Let's see. Let's look this one up. 1973. Oh my goodness. Going great. Loving how fast things sell on Amazon. Heck yeah. The clearance near me isn't really the greatest. I will find some things because I still use BrickSeek and all that. I'll get into it whenever I can. But I like the retail arbitrage stuff because, you know, a lot of people talk about, well, I don't want to spend $20 to make $3, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But at the same time, it's like the stores are bringing you the product. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a smart business model. You know, so I see why people do it. Bless you, thank you, I appreciate that. I hit a couple garage sales too, so that was interesting. Looking for totally different things this year. Yeah, I think you know, no matter which way somebody goes, I mean, there's definitely money to be made out there. You know what I mean? No matter how you do it. I mean, I've seen people literally make 6 figures just from doing retail arbitrage. I've seen people who make millions just from doing retail arbitrage, but they also have like a whole team that does it. But yeah, no, there's definitely money to be made out there. You just gotta put in the work. Matter of fact, my next video coming up, yeah, my next video I upload, you guys, y'all don't want to miss that one. It's pretty nutty. I'll just say that it was a garage sale on a Wednesday and nobody was there. Let's just say that. But it was pretty great. Wow. Okay. Let's see. All right, guys, $25 for this car. It's a Tomica car. Yeah, $25. Yeah, I'll cut yourselves. I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you've seen the video of the diecast car unit that I found back in April of last year. The storage unit. I'm going through the individual ones now. I listed nine and a half cases this past week, and I have this last case left. I was trying to get all of them done before the week was over with. But I'm going through them now just to see what they're going to go for. And I'm listing all of them that are $10 and up. That way we can get the most out of them. The rest of them, I was going to auction off, but I think a buddy of mine wants them for their kid. So I'm going to just sell it to him for very, very cheap. Clearance has sucked lately, but it's coming back soon. Check in May. Yeah, I know the retail arbitrage stuff going towards like Christmas and stuff is like really good, and after Christmas. And like I said, I've done really well with retail arbitrage too. I mean, I went into Walmart one day. It wasn't even on BrickSeek either. I was in there one day, and these Corsair keyboards were on sale for $35 a piece, and they were going for $80 on Amazon. So I profited, I think, $25 on each one. I got like 10 of them. So yeah, like it. I mean, there's, and I was in there just for myself too. So it was kind of crazy. Wasn't even shopping for retail arbitrage. So like, yeah, you'll find some crazy stuff that are for sale. And that was right after Christmas, I think. I talked to the manager that was in the back, and he was like, "Yeah, we just got to get rid of them." I said, "Okay, very well. I'll buy them all." Wednesday garage sales. Yeah, I've never seen a garage sale on a Wednesday. I've never seen one on a Wednesday, but I'm glad I went because it was one of those finds where I bought it. I just had no idea. I didn't know anything about it, and I just kind of bought it without looking anything up, and it was pretty crazy. Like, no lie, it was pretty astonishing on what some of that stuff went for. $1973. 43 listed, 29 sold. Not bad. All right, guys. This diecast car, $15 plus shipping. Yeah, going blind all the time. No bricks, you can always find stuff. Yeah, exactly. That's the beautiful thing about it. Debbie, are you and Charlie having any kids? Yes. So we are working on that. It's just a matter of time of when God wants to bless us with a child. But yeah, we are trying. We are trying for sure. But yeah, we're definitely trying. It's gonna happen whenever we least expect it, you know. Worst case scenario, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Either way, me and her will grow happy together the rest of our lives, you know. But I mean, you know, we're definitely trying though. I will say that. See, we get this car listed. Do $14.99. Change that to 5 ounces. Should be good. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I want to do though. If we ever do get big here on YouTube, I'm gonna start reaching out to people to do collabs with, and or even if somebody's in my local area, you know, I wouldn't mind doing a collab now. But I just feel like we need to grow a little bit more before people start noticing us, and then all that. Then we can start doing some collabs and all that stuff. But yeah, it's hard for me too. Oh, this is a Boss Mustang. Let's go. It's hard for me to to do that too with the collabs because I like I'm like I'm the type of person, like, I don't like to keep my mouth shut, if that makes sense. So like if I see somebody doing something wrong, I gotta say something, you know. I don't know. So it's like, I'm not saying that YouTubers are like that. I'm just saying, like, I should have a feeling if I ever met somebody in person and all of a sudden they just switch up like that, I'm like, dude, you are not the same on camera. I do not like you. You know? And I would say it like that, even though I don't really mean it like that, but like, I don't know. And I think that what that has to do with too, I think it has to do with, you know, the military side of me as well. Okay. $20 plus shipping for this 70s Hot Wheel. Or no, Matchbox. So $20 on that. You'll be a good mom and dad. You're right. You're a good mom and dad. You're right. Good. No. Yes, that's a good. Love you both. All right, Debbie. I appreciate the kind words. And yeah, I'm fixing to dip out here in just a sec too. I want to get some of these listings done, and then I got my appointment at 2:30 with the VA. And got a couple things I gotta get done in the garage too. So, but yeah, Debbie, I appreciate you stopping by. There will be many more opportunities for us to talk as well. You have a good day and a good rest of the week. All right. Blazing through these diecast cars, that's for sure. Used $19.99 plus shipping. Boom. All right, guys. So let's see. We've been streaming for what, an hour and a half? Yeah, a little over an hour and a half. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go today. I just want to talk a little bit about how to grow your eBay business and listing a little bit and just talk about sales and all that good stuff. So basically what the title says. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. We'll see you guys next video, which should be tomorrow. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys sticking with me today on this beautiful morning. Catch you later. Have a good one. Flipping to feed our family. It was a pleasure having you in here. We'll see you guys next live stream and next video. So much love, you guys. Have a good day and keep on grinding, keep on hustling. We'll see you guys next time. Much love, much love.